Alright, so I literally just crashed my drone. Alright guys, so after I didn't document anything for the first month of my journey, I continued to not document anything when I went to Valley of Fire State Park. But I did get these GoPro videos and I thought I was recording good content. But in all reality, I just said stupid things here and there like... So here at the end of the trail, there's this crazy pool of water that actually is able to stay even in the summer. And I could definitely climb that. And apparently this place used to be like a hideout for some robber or, you know, some guy in the cowboy days who'd come here and you'd have the water over there. Here you can see that water I was talking about. And I could easily live in this little canyon here. Unlimited climbing possibilities. Get to the top, look out for predators. Oh god, this is dangerous. Oh god, oh god, oh god. But yeah, would this not be the perfect place to live? Just climb up there. Bunch of crazy rock formations. But this was a pretty cool place. There were a bunch of really cool petroglyphs. Bunch of animals over here. People holding hands. A little circle pattern going on at the top left of this section, if you can see that. This is the really crazy one right here. I mean, tell me that's not two aliens and two humans. And it's just really cool to imagine what the Native Americans who used to live here did to stay alive in this harsh territory. So, after doing a couple of hikes with Dracarys and spending a couple days at the campground there, it was finally time to get moving. And at this point in the journey, I really thought to myself, alright, what are we doing here? We need to go off-road, we need to do something crazy. So, I looked to Onyx Off-Road and I found this. Bitter Springs Road. It had all different types of landscapes. You went through canyons, open desert, mountains, and the best of all, it brought you to a cool location at the end. It went from right outside of Valley of Fire where I was to Lake Mead, which was another cool area I wanted to check out. It was a 5 out of 10 on the difficulty scale, so I thought, hey, let's go for it. But first, let's climb some rocks. Alright, let's see how far I can climb up this thing. I think this might be the best route here. Here we go. I'm about to embark on my first real overlanding journey. There's this road called Bitter Springs Road that takes you from outside of Valley of Fire and brings you to Lake Mead. Yeah, I mean, I should be able to do it with the stock Rubicon, but I'm just definitely a little nervous. I don't know if it's because one of my tires is getting a little bald, but I just met some guys that were about to run it and they were really confident. They're in like a truck, you know, they're like going out and back. So if anything, if I get stuck, they'll see me on the way back. So it's well marked. Let's do it. And here we get a really cool perspective of the Buffington Pockets, probably the only noteworthy stop on this trail. And you can see the iconic owl that someone has painted on the old dam. You've got to wonder, were they commissioned? Was it graffiti? Either way, it's pretty cool. Alright, now let's get on with it. just crashed my drone. I mean, I didn't crash it, it crashed itself. It's supposed to have obstacle avoidance. I'm so pissed. Honestly, it might be okay, but the propellers got scratched up. I'm gonna have to put new propellers on. I can't even believe this. I'm retarded. No more droning and hardcore off-roading. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Will she fly? She's got some fresh propellers installed. Let's see what happens. And she lives. Alright, so the drone still works. You guys just saw it. Wow, that was really stressful. I guess it just has some battle scars now. I know a lot of you haters, if you're watching this, you're probably happy when I said my drone crashed, and you're probably like, oh, what an idiot. But nah, it works. So yeah, so we're about halfway through this trail. It's been pretty crazy. Hopefully I got some good GoPro footage for you guys of the obstacles I've had to go over, but I've been scared a couple times. I scraped the bottom a couple times, but hopefully it is smooth sailing from here on out. I don't know how much harder it could get. We have, I think, 10 more or so more miles, and we should be at Lake Mead. So I'll talk to you guys then.
So I guess this is it. The water's coming from somewhere. This is the bitter spring. So we're gonna see if we can get to the source here without getting too wet. I guess we could have drove down here. That's cooler to walk. All right, I'm just so confused. I guess it doesn't have a starting point. There's literally just water that appears. It's not even like flowing really. Come on, buddy. Water coming out of the ground, I guess. Somewhere over there. It's time to move on to Lake Mead. We made it. Can't believe it, but we're actually back to a road. Hoover Dam's right around the corner. I'm gonna air up a little bit for the highway, and then we're gonna go back off road to get to Lake Mead for our final destination for the day. Alright, we got here, but there are literally coyotes, and Jakaris is freaking out. Always freaking out over the wildlife. Jakaris doesn't even know what's happening right now. Hey, my man. What's up? He would be freaking out if he knew. I spoke too soon. He sees him out there. Yeah, and so now Jakaris is actually being better than he reacted towards the coyotes. So that's good. And the mountain goats. Let us watch Jakaris observe the burros in their natural habitat. They are majestic beasts. Oh, I think the burro has spotted us, but he chooses to carry on anyway.
Now we can see the burros rolling in the dirt as their way of cleaning themselves. There goes another one. Dude, there's 5 of them. This is crazy. Dracarys. Shortly after this clip, all hell broke loose. All 5 burros approached me in Dracarys, and I thought it might be a friendly interaction. I figured maybe Dracarys could make friends with them, and he would stop freaking out. But instead, 2 of the burros stepped up, and I feared for Dracarys' life. They were ready to kill him, and that's when I knew this wasn't going to be a friendly interaction. They started stomping, and I could sense their anger, so I quickly scooped Dracarys up and threw him up in the rooftop tent, and there was nothing I could do to calm Dracarys down, so he was freaking out the entire time. I packed up, and we got the hell out of there.